welcome to international headquarters for the nation of Yahweh, the nation of Israel, the tribe of Judah. Let's put out our Bibles, Deuteronomy chapter 16. Deuteronomy chapter 16. Beginning at verse 9 through 12. Read.
7 weeks shalt thou number unto thee. Begin to number the 7 weeks from such time as thou beginnest to put the sickle to the corn. And thou shalt keep the feast of weeks unto the Lord thy God Yahweh with a tribute of a freewill offering of thine hand, which thou shalt give unto the Lord thy God Yahweh, according as the Lord thy God Yahweh hath blessed thee. And thou shalt rejoice before the Lord thy God Yahweh, thou and thy son, and thy daughter, and thy manservant, and thy maidservant, and the Levite that is within thy gates, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow that are among you, in the place which the Lord thy God Yahweh hath chosen to place his name there. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in Egypt, and thou shalt observe and do these statutes.
Praise Yahweh. 2 things I want to call to your attention. 1, we do not wait for something so erratic as when corn should have come up, maybe slow coming up, and then put our sickle to it, and then start counting. Yahweh is more exact than that. Yahweh is absolutely perfect, and he requires us to worship him and keep his high holy days to perfection. For that reason, he gave us a perfect calendar, the solar calendar, operate on solar time, and we are able to calculate precisely forever Abib 1. And we have the law which tells us, by Yahweh, he tells us by law, that on the 14th day of Abib begins a phenomenon. What is that?
Passover.
Is that when Passover begins?
Yes, sir.
On the 14th day of Abib. And it lasts 8 days. Passover is 1 day, Feast of Unleavened Bread is 7, and from that moment, the next day we start to count. That's the law. And we count 7 perfect Sabbaths. And after those 7 perfect Sabbaths are complete, the next day, which is the 50th day, begins Feast of Weeks. Now, what does that have to do with putting the sickle to the corn? Okay? Now, I can explain to you what the sickle to the corn is about. But I wanted to call your attention to the fact that Yahweh is not a wishy-washy God. And he doesn't, suppose we were late planting the corn. You know how we are sometimes we get to forget, we just forget stuff. We forget to keep the Sabbath, so you know we'll forget to plant some corn. We have to be reminded from week to week to keep the 7th day holy. Remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. You know, we don't know what to do from week to week. So you know we might sleep in one day. It might be raining. It might rain for a week or something, you know. You couldn't plant. Then the maturity of the corn would be late. And Yahweh is not some funny time God like that. And I just want you to know what kind of God Yahweh is. He's an on-time God. And the previous expressions of the law gave you what I'm giving you about that and let you see we're not dependent on something that's fickle as somebody cutting some corn. All right? Now, good. Now, we get down to the 12th verse, and it's all about remembering something. And we saw last night that had we remembered, had it come to our minds, or during this feast, had we been mindful, then we would have returned home long ago. But we forgot that we own the land. When you forget you own the land, you forget somebody gave it to you. That goes with forgetting you got a land. That's why you were cut off from being a nation of Israel. That's why. So that you would forget somebody gave it to you. How you got the land. And when you remember the land, and you begin to remember the history of the land. And the culture of the land. The language of the land. And the names of the people that lived on the land. And you remember the name of the God that gave you the land. So here in verse 12, we're told to remember during the Feast of Weeks. Now we just got through remembering at Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread that we were bondmen. But Yahweh knows us well. In 50 days, we will have forgotten we were bondmen. We get so caught up in the ways of the heathen, we just forget. So here, Feast of Weeks is about remembering we used to be bondmen in Egypt. You say, well, hey, I probably could always remember we were bondmen in Egypt. You forget you're bondmen in America. And most of our people don't want you to remind them. Let's forget the past. Everybody else remembers the past but us. Everybody. The Jews tell you about the Holocaust every month. They have movies and things, and they editorialize in newspapers, and they have books and magazines and comic books. I mean, even you know about the Holocaust, and you forget everything. If you remembered you were a slave in America as often as Jews remind you about the Holocaust, we would want salvation and redemption in America. Why are we catching hell in America? Because we forget the law of the Feast of Weeks, which requires us to remember we were the people in bondage in Egypt. Now see, when you remember you were a bondman in Egypt, what, 4,000 years ago? Then that will make you consider. See, what people don't consider. That will make you consider your condition today. See, if I was a slave in Egypt, what am I today? But if you don't remember the law of Feast of Weeks practice, then you're not going to remember you were a bondman in Egypt, and you're not going to remember that you're a bondman in America. You want to forget it. It's weird people that go to church and be crying all about what Moses did in parting the Red Sea and forget what happened to us for these 400 years in America. We're not kidding either. We're serious when we say, let's forget the past. But black folk are only talking about let's forget our past. But let's make an A in American history past. Let's make an A in the history of England past. Let's make an A in the past history of Europe. We can tell you generals of France. I mean, we know about Napoleon and add Bonaparte to it. My question is, if we must forget our past, Why don't we forget about Napoleon? I mean, why do you tell me about somebody cut down a cherry tree? See, right now the name came to your head. I say cherry tree. Cut down a cherry tree. What did you think? See, I told you. Now, see, my children, see, they got mad because they don't know nothing about that. Now, you want to see my kids light up? Adam. See him? Abraham. Noah. Look at that. Look at that. So I say cut down a cherry tree, they wonder what's wrong with y'all. Moses. See, they relate to that. That history, they relate to it. Now you walk out of this building and go out there to the public school and say, Adam, they'll think you're talking about car 54. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
We know nothing about our generals. When I say Carthaginian, see, I don't see, your face doesn't lit up. Your face does not light up. Carthage. See, all of y'all, all you adults, you should have been jumping. The world's greatest general that ever lived came out of Carthage. All of the military science schools studied that general from Carthage. What was his name? Hannibal. See, only 4 or 5 of you know that. Hannibal. See, you don't know anything about Hannibal, but you know about who was at the Alamo. General who? Custer, huh? David Crockett? David Crockett. Y'all are real hillbillies in here. Look at you. All I need is one of those little hat with a coon tail on the back. But you don't know anything about Carthage, you don't know anything about Hannibal. But you know all about M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. M-O-U-S-E. See, who is that? See, you know a rat that never lived. Am I on time? We're a real joke. And take Mickey some money, too. Know where Mickey is. Know where he's located. And take cameras and go take pictures. Stand beside Mickey. Dream about it. Look forward to it. But the law of the Feast of Weeks, go out among our people across America and say, what's the law of the Feast of Weeks? And they'll say, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? So do you remember when we were with Bondmen in Egypt? They'll really think you're crazy now and curse you out. But they don't remember being bondmen in America. Black kids in white schools today will make an F If you ask them, when were we first brought to America? They have no idea when we were really brought here. They can tell me about Germany. Adolf Hitler. Hello, Hitler! Huh? Make an A on Mein Kampf. What? Make an F in Bible. If there's any book you should make an A in, it's Bible. Just Bible. Because that's your history. But you've been made to forget. And I'm here to bring it to your memory. Bring it back. Because this is our salvation. When we remember that we were in bondage in Egypt, it'll make you never want to be in bondage again. When you remember that you were in bondage in America, it will make you never want to be in bondage in America. Ever again. Are you free from America? No. I'm here to set you free. The only thing that's going to free you is the truth about your condition. Without the truth of your condition, you can talk about America all you want to. You still remain in bondage. Until I shine the light on your condition, you remain a victim of your condition. You'll know the problems, but not the solutions. Isn't that something to think about? So Feast of Weeks says, remember your condition in the past. This is anything call your mind back to 4,000 years. It's serious. Now when we get out of bondage in America, we won't have to remember this anymore, right? Oh, Yahweh said forever. Until Yahweh changed the law of gravity. It looks like the law of the Feast of Weeks will remain. Now when you no longer can walk on earth, you just float. Now, gravity holds you to the planet. See, this is a demonstration of gravity. You understand? And when that changed, you can look for Yahweh, the rest of Yahweh's laws to change. On earth. That's how long we'll remember the law of the Feast of Weeks. Okay? Now, the names of something is important. It's significant. Names. Something without a name does not exist. When Yahweh created something, the first thing he did was take it to Adam and say, name it.
Genesis 2:19.
Genesis what?
2:19.
Turn to Genesis 2:19. I'm showing you that names are important. Read.
And out of the ground the Lord God Yahweh formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof.
Yahweh honored Adam. Not only did he honor Adam, but this proves Adam was extremely brilliant. Adam was brilliant beyond your ability to comprehend. This means that Adam understood instantly upon sight the absolute characteristic of one thing from another thing. Because to give something a name distinguishes it from all other things. And Adam didn't run out of names. That's some creative ability. We're the children of Adam. All of us are the children of Adam. Who was Adam? Some of y'all don't know who Adam was? Adam is the son of Yahweh. He's not a creation, he's the son of Yahweh. Where is that? Matthew, Luke what? Luke 3? 38. It's important for us to understand these things in the law of Feast of Weeks. Names are significant. Read.
Which was the son of Enoch, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of Yahweh.
And in verse 23, this begins with me, myself. I'm the son, the only begotten son. There's no two sons. I am the only begotten son of Yahweh. So this tells you that this is my genealogy. That I trace myself right back to Yahweh as his son. That's what the proof is. The Son of Man is the Son of God. And therefore, all of us are then who? Sons of God. We're sons of Yahweh. We're the sons of Adam. We're the offspring of Adam, who is the son of Yahweh. So this is a direct line. This is direct. Don't be wondering who you are. You are the sons of Yahweh. Now, who are you going to act like? A son of Yahweh, or are you going to act like sons of Lucifer? Now, Lucifer has you acting like him. Oh, yeah. See, someone came and tried to tell you who you're the son of, they'd swear you're the son of Lucifer. Because you're twice the devil than Lucifer. You forgot everything. Sons of Yahweh, remember who they are. So if you've forgotten, you've been cut off from the knowledge that you're the sons of Yahweh. Now, what makes you the son of Yahweh then is what? Knowledge. The mind of Yahweh. If you don't have the mind of Yahweh, then you're the mind of whoever you possess. Whatever mind you possess, that's who you're the son of. See, this is deeper than body. You understand? Because Yahweh is divine mind. Yahweh is divine mind. So the sons of Yahweh then would have to have what kind of mind? Divine mind. So to cut us off from the knowledge of Yahweh, is to cut our minds off from its original knowledge. So when you go back in Genesis and try to find the book that Adam recorded the names in, you can't find it. Where is it? See, the sons of Lucifer have done what to the book of Adam? They changed the truth of Adam's book into a lie. Hear that? Turn to Romans 1:25. We're worshiping the creature that Adam named instead of understanding the name of the creature. See, the law of the Feast of Weeks make us know these things. Romans 1:25. Read.
Who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Selah.
did that to you? Satan. And so by hiding the book of Adam from you, what has he done to the names of all the creatures that Adam named? He changed the name. What basic language constitutes the name of most things? Who knows? Latin. Or Latin, is Latin the original language? Of course not. If you think it is, go study the etymology of Latin and you'll discover it's not the original language. So if Latin, since Latin is not the original language, that means Adam didn't speak Latin. So someone changed the truth of Adam's book and encyclopedias into a lie. Now, when you read about Carthage, where Hannibal was from, the greatest general, you find out the same people that changed the name of the creatures that Adam named also burned all the black libraries. In the modern world, the world's largest, most expensive library was found in Carthage. And the world's greatest bonfire on the planet Earth was in Carthage. They burned out and destroyed all your history. The Roman devils did that. Now, if you don't believe that the only way you can make a person a slave and keep him that way is to destroy the books, then why was it during slavery for 310 years we were not allowed to read? And the so-called black men of America are the only people on the planet Earth that were forbidden to read, and if caught with a book to read, would be killed. Now, we had to be some kind of special people for someone not to want us to read. See, it wasn't just to keep us in slavery. They had to successfully cut you off from the law of the Feast of Weeks. Because if you were practicing the law of the Feast of Weeks and you could read about it, then you would know and remember who to call on for salvation. And it sure would not be Jesus. Hallelujah, Yahweh. So the people that created Jesus taught you that Jesus was the only name whereby you could be saved. Knowing they made Jesus up, they created Jesus. They know Jesus didn't exist until 600 years ago. And they didn't let you read for 310 years. So when they gave you Jesus as the only name, you went for it, because you didn't have anything else to go by. So when they say in the book, Homo sapien, what do you say? Homo sapien. Now, people that don't know January from Monday, sure don't know anything about Jesus either. And I can assure you that people who can't tell me when January began and who started it and when Monday began and who started it. If people can't tell me that, can't tell me when J came into existence either. And when you learn when J came about, then you learn when Jesus came about. See, Jesus could not exist before J. Not the name Jesus. So the greatest shock in your life is to discover that the letter J is less than 600 years old. I blew this country apart and I can't get nobody to talk about it. I put that pamphlet out all over the country. Jesus and Jehovah do not exist. Oh. See, the law of the Feast of Weeks will make you remember these kind of things. So since Jesus didn't come into existence until the last 600 years, this will explain to you the year 1611. What happened in 1611? You came in 1555, so they didn't let you read because they had some work to do. What happened in 1611? King James Version of the Bible was written in the English, and that's the first time Jesus appeared. Had to keep Judah, who was chosen to be the ruler, in darkness and cut off from the true name, because they told the truth in the book that there's only one name whereby men can be saved. Then they shot the trick. Then they mixed falsehood after the truth. Oh, they told you the truth. There's only one name under heaven whereby men can be saved. See, that's the truth. Now, to let the truth stand like that, then you'd ask yourself one natural question. What's the name? Now, what do you think the devil is going to do? Tell you the true name? Well, you got naive to think Satan gave you the real name so you could be saved from him? See, the feast of the law of the Feast of Weeks, make you ask these kind of questions. It just will force you to ask these kind of questions. Boy, I mean, this is worth celebrating. Anything that'll make me ask these kind of questions is worth celebrating and remembering, you know? So names are significant.